朋友们, welcome back to my channel, Stella Rosebella, where I talk about the latest Asian drama, music shows, and artists. So today I want to introduce y'all to Sun Yanzi, Stefanie Sun, and let's see who she is. So why am I introducing her to y'all? I'm sure if y'all into C-pop and everything, she is actually, you'll hear her songs a lot from different singers who have like performed her songs on different shows before. And a couple weeks or months ago actually, her name was trending on Weibo, and someone was like, oh, this 冷门歌手 Sun Yanzi, 冷门 meaning like sort of like not so popular. I don't know how else to translate that. Stefanie Sun, she was born on July 23rd, 1978, and she is from Singapore. She is a singer-songwriter. And so who is she, where she's from, and everything. And her heritage, I guess you can say it like that, is actually from Guangdong, Chaozhou. And I guess at home she speaks like Chaozhouhua, like Minanyu. And so that actually, in a sense, also for her, like when she composes her music, she also uses that in her music. So she graduated from Nanyang Technological University, and she got her bachelor's in marketing, and she graduated in 2000. So how did she get involved in music and everything? So at the age of 5, actually, she started to take like piano lessons, and she also got that, you know, like when you take piano, there's like this like grade level thing. She got like grade 8. And so that's that. So when she was in undergrad, she actually like started to compose and everything. And her first song, it's called Someone, and that song was later translated into 知道的请告诉我, which was later performed by Zhang Xiaoman, which is another amazing singer, and she performed that song. So her mom actually signed her up to take lessons at Li Wei Song's music school, and in that school she was like taking lessons and everything. In 1998, Zhou Jianhui actually went to that school. He was actually the CEO of Warner Music Taiwan, and he actually was in Singapore at the time because Deng Xiaoman was actually recording in Singapore at the time, and so he actually wanted to find someone from Singapore to, like, you know, find, I guess, like a newbie or sign someone. And at that school, the Li Wei Song actually picked like a couple students, and I guess like the students had to like perform and everything, and Stefanie was one of those students, and her voice really like very distinct and got his attention, and he's like, I want to sign with you. But at the time she was still a undergrad, and her dad was like, you know, like when you're doing something you have to put your whole heart into it, and 你不能就是分心. So he's like, you know, like sort of like, you know, finish your degree and stuff. So yeah, so she finished her degree, and the company actually waited for her for 2 years, and they're like, okay, we're gonna sign you. So that's that. So in 2000, June 2000, she came out with her first debut, like her debut album called Sun Yanzi, and in that album there is a song called Taehee or Tian I hope I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't really know Minanyu. But this song is actually like in that album, and actually a really famous song. And her album was like, even though it was new, but it really broke records in a sense, and did very, very well. And Taehee is actually one of the songs, and you probably heard of that song because a lot of different singers have actually performed it in different singing shows. So that's actually really, really good. It's actually one of my favorite songs. Really, like, I love like the melody of it, and like the story that it's talking about in that song. And it just like, because it talks about sort of like she remembers like as a kid, like these sort of like memories of her, and even though you may not relate to her memories, but it sort of may bring you back into time, into your own memory. So I really, really love that song a lot. In December 2000, she came with her second album, 我要的幸福, and that actually did very well as well. And then the following year, she came out with another album called 风筝, and in that album, there are songs such as 绿光, 风筝不是真的爱我. These songs are actually really popular, and it did very well, and these songs, again, you may have heard of them because other singers have performed this song in other shows before as well. So that's that. So in 2003, she announced that she wanted to take a break. So she took a break, and at that time she also established her own management and production company called Make Music. In 2004, she returned back to the music scene, and she came out with another album titled Stefanie. And in 2005, she was invited to go to Macau and perform at the East Asian Games ceremony. And also she held her concert in Hong Kong. It was a big deal because Honggun is like a venue that a lot of singers want to perform when they have a concert in Hong Kong. And so she had 2 shows, and that was it. They wanted, like, the fans wanted more, you know, like additional shows, but she just had 2 shows, and I guess it sold out. It did pretty well, it seems like. So for the 16th Golden Melody Awards, she got 2 awards. One of them is 最佳国语女演唱人奖. And the second one is like the Newbie Award. I believe that's how you can translate it. I don't really know. So that's like a huge award for both of them actually. Later on that year, she came up with another album called 最完美的一天. And this album is actually, the style of it is very different from her previous albums. She did like lounge music, she has EDM and rock. These type of styles of music in that album. So it's very different. And then in 2007, she came out with another album called Niguang. And this title of the album, this song actually, is another song that y'all already probably heard of people sing before. And yeah, actually, it's actually one of my favorite songs. So in 2008 to 2010, she did a lot of charity work, and she had a lot of like concerts around the world that time. In 2011, she came out with another album called 是时候, and it was supposed to come out on March 1st, and she pushed it back to come out on March 8th. Yes. And this album actually took her 4 years in the making. And this album is very important because she like fully was involved in the producing this album, such as like mixing, like selecting this melody and like everything in it. And I was like, whoa, that's like so cool. I think that's like amazing. And so yeah, she was like totally involved in the album, and it took her 4 years to like make this album. In 2013, she came back onto the music scene again. In 2014, she came out with a new album called 克普勒. And she also did like a tour as well. In 2019, she participated in a variety show called 明日之子, 水晶时代. And that variety show, it was her first time being like a reoccurring like guest on the show, and she was the 新推官 on that show. In May 2020, she was actually supposed to have her concert, and it was just to sort of like celebrate, I guess, like her 20th like debut anniversary. But because of the pandemic, she wasn't able to do that, so instead she had a virtual concert, and she had it on June 9th, which is the day that she debuted 20 years ago. Basically who Stefanie is. For me, she means a lot because I feel like she was really part of like my time as like a youth, and everything is like, it's like a generation. It's like, I don't know how else to describe her, but she is like one of the singers that sort of represents like a time in my youth and like a lot of memories, and I love her songs a lot. So that is all I have on Stefanie. I'll leave links to her music in the description box. You can go check that out. And if you like videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. Anyways, I will see you next time, and yes, Bye!